Dear brothers and sisters, today, I invite you to reflect on the most profound moment in human history, the moment when Mary, a humble young woman from Nazareth, received the greatest invitation of all time. Through the angel Gabriel, God extended an extraordinary request for Mary to carry his son, the Savior of the world, within her womb. What was her response? She could have hesitated, questioned, or refused. But instead, Mary responded with a heart full of faith, love, and humility. Behold the handmaid of the Lord, let it be done to me according to your word. In those words, she opened not only her womb but also her entire being to God's plan, becoming the first to say yes to Jesus. Mary's yes was not without cost. She faced uncertainty, potential shame, and the mystery of God's plan. Yet, her love and trust in God outweighed her fears. This is the beauty of Mary's heart, a heart that trusted completely, obeyed fully, and loved unconditionally. And so, in her womb, the infinite God became finite. The eternal Word became flesh. Through Mary's humble acceptance, heaven and earth were forever united. But what does this mean for us today? Mary's example teaches us to receive Jesus into our own hearts with the same humility, faith, and courage. Just as she carried him physically, we are called to carry him spiritually, allowing his presence to transform our lives and radiate to others. Let us consider, how often do we hesitate to say yes to God? How often do we allow fear, pride, or doubt to hold us back? Mary shows us the power of surrender. When we make room for Christ in our hearts, he makes the impossible possible. Today, in a world longing for hope and peace, we are called to follow Mary's example. Let us be vessels of God's love, bringing Christ to our families, communities, and the world. So, like Mary, let us say, yes, Lord, I am your servant. Use me as you will. And just as God used Mary's humble heart to change the world, he will use ours to bring his light into the darkest corners of humanity. Thank you, and may we always carry Christ with the humility, courage, and love of Mary. Thank you for joining me as we reflect on Mary's humble yes, and her extraordinary faith. If this message touched your heart and inspired you to embrace Christ with the same courage and love, please support this mission by liking this video and subscribing to the channel. Together, we can share God's love and spread hope to more hearts around the world. Let's say yes to being vessels of light, just like Mary. Thank you, and God bless.